So tomorrow night is our Iron Bowl matchup against Alabama. Tomorrow is all Auburn, all orange game, so we encourage all of our fans to wear orange. They say it's all about matchups, and the last time we matched up, we got pounded, 83-64. We turned it over 21 times. We sent a team that averages a pretty good clip of going to the foul line at 23 per game to the line 37 times in Coleman Coliseum. They're second in the country in scoring. They've scored 80 points 12 times, 90 points 6 times. They're sixth in the nation with three-pointers made over 10 a game. They spread you, they shoot you, they drive you downhill. They got great speed and quickness. It's interesting. I actually think that obviously Coach Oates is doing a really good job, and I think the personnel that was at Alabama actually, I think, really suits what he does well. He knows how to take advantage of mismatches, and he knows how to create them. And got a great emphasis on tempo. They play at a real fast tempo. They've improved defensively throughout the season. Obviously it's a dangerous team. It's a good team. I told the guys, I said, why do you think those guys beat us up there last time? And just was waiting for some answers, and they gave me a few different answers. I said, because they're good. They're a really good team. They're picked fifth in the league in the preseason, and they got a lot of veterans. And the backcourt of Kyrie Lewis and John Petty is they're two of the top 10 scorers in the league, and Kyra is ranked in virtually every category, and they're really good. They're really fast. They've got Reese, who's a pick and pop 4, pick and pop 5, and he does a nice job and has improved, and so we'll have to defend better. We'll have to not turn the ball over as often. They'll force some turnovers, but we got to do a better job of taking care of the ball ourselves. And I think the fact that Alabama and a lot of the teams in our league are still in the hunt. As I've said all year long, the teams that can keep their locker room are the ones that are going to be there at the end. Alabama's done enough work. They're 42 in the net. They got a couple of big wins here down the stretch, and they can be right back in the conversation of being one of the teams in the tournament. So I know that they're going to be coming in there fighting for their lives along those lines, because there just aren't that many games left where they could, there are a few, but we're obviously one of them. So there's a lot at stake for both teams.
How's D'Angelo doing?
Hasn't practiced yet. May come in and work out today, but still struggling with the flu symptoms, and he doesn't have a fever, which is really good. But just took a pretty heavy toll on him. So as we sit here today, the day before the game, he'll probably watch film. I don't know just how much he'll go, if he'll go at all.
What is the mix? It's almost like a mixed bag that you guys fall that far behind in the first place, but then also that you're able to kind of keep your cool. And what do you make of that? What does that say about the team?
Well, we don't make any sense statistically. I mean, we just don't, because we don't excel in a lot of areas. We do a good job of getting to the line. We do a good job of rebounding the basketball. We do a good job of, obviously, staying in games and competing and playing throughout. We've had, some just heroic performances from, Devin Cambridge coming off the bench, or, Samir Dowdy or Javon McCormick knocking down shots, or, Evan McLemore making 5 threes at Ole Miss, or, Austin Wiley having an incredibly dominant game physically against, Kentucky or LSU. It's been a different guy every night, and the one, Isaac Okoro has been a constant. He and Samir have probably been our two most consistent performers. So I think the team has shown some chemistry, some mental toughness. To have a record right now with our statistic breakdown, it just doesn't make any sense, other than to give the team credit for how hard they're fighting and how they're able to manage to win close games. The problem is that we're in all these close games because we're just not that much better than our opponents. And the reason why I've so often said, we've been good and flirting with well, are we very good yet, or we're good, or where are we? Last week we talked about it being moving week. We're either going to move ourselves in position to contend for the conference championships or not. And we did. We moved in there. I mean, last week we had three quadrant one wins. The wins, let's just say, are Kentucky, Arkansas, LSU. Those are the three top net teams in our league, and those were our last three games. It's a good week. But I also had included Alabama in that conversation about moving week because Alabama's 42 in the net, and a really good team. And I continue to say, if we don't get better, we're going to start losing, And certainly, the last couple games have been in overtime. Those easily could have been losses, and we could just as easily be sitting here at 6-4 as we could 8-2.
What are the 2 and 3 things you really want to get better at?
I mean, I'd like to defend better and have better, get more stops and not allow so many direct line drives to the basket. And I think we're 4th in the league in giving up the number of 3-pointers. And I mean, we got a lot of work to do there, and we're working on some things. And then probably offensive efficiency. I'd like to do a better job on the break. Because we're such a good rebounding team, we should have a better percentage of what we can do on the break. We'd advance past the ball a little bit more, and then when the break's not there, run better offense and get some better looks. Mix up their inside-outside stuff. People are building walls like Alabama did a great job of just building a wall and jumping in front of us. They probably took or tried to take 15 charges in the game up there. So they're going to jump in front of Isaac Okoro and Samir Dowdy and Javon McCormick and try to get in legal guarding position. And they do a good job with that.
Where do you think you guys have improved the most as a team since the last time you played Alabama?
Say it again.
Where have you improved the most as a team since the last time you played Alabama?
I mean, we might be shooting a little bit better in the sense that coming back from those 2 losses, we really shot it well against South Carolina. Shot it well enough at Ole Miss. I would think, I'm not sure, but I would say that I bet you since that game we probably shot it a little better. But we've continued to rebound it better. And I'd say our assist-turn ratio is a little bit better since we've done that. We've done a better job playing off 2 feet. You remember that weekend we only had 13 assists in 2 games against Alabama and Florida. Javon McCormick's had 16 assists in the last 3 games by himself. So I'd say that's probably assist-turn ratio, maybe shooting it better.